Using the whole fist there, Doc? Just relax. Hello, and welcome once again to the video calling show. That show that invites you, yes, you, to be a live video guest to talk about anything you'd like to talk about. Current events, personal projects. Just chew the fat little gem. Oh, well, that was a bumpy start. That was a horribly bumpy start. One, I think I got a mixture going bad. I've had this XR for about 6, 7 years now, and it's getting flaky. Thanks, son. That's Snowy Rains. Thanks. I've been missing you in the last few streams. I've actually made mention of you in some of the old shows. Glad to have you back, hon. Glad to have you back. Well, like I said, it's been a fun night already. Actually, most things have been going wrong for me today, with the exception of one, and that is the subject of tonight. Right? Doesn't have to be your subject, but it certainly maybe you will identify with this. Perhaps. I don't know, but we'll find out. So, as I've been talking about it for the better part of I think 2 weeks, I missed you. I went to the chiropractor for the first time today. All of my loyal viewers talked me into it. I actually talked to some family members. I talked to some friends. They all had pretty good experiences with chiropractors, and I thought, all right, as severe as my back pain is, I'm just gonna do it. So I done did it. Went this morning, 7 a.m. I'm sorry, 9:30 a.m. What the hell am I talking about? And just a quick shout out here. Let me see if I can call it up real fast. Yeah, I went to my local right here in downtown New Pal. It's the Hilton Chiropractic and Acupuncture Clinic. Great folks. Of course, there was a mound of paperwork. That's a pre-shout out, by the way. I'll let you know if it was warranted here in just a few minutes. But it was a mountain of paperwork. I literally had to talk about everything that was wrong with me. And you know how difficult it is to, I know this sounds weird, but and most of you already know, but to really pinpoint where your pain is and what it feels like and what happens and when it's brought on and all that kind of thing, it's quite difficult, which is why a lot of people don't get treated correctly by their doctor. They can't express what it is that ails them. And that's not uncommon. That is so not uncommon. But yeah, so here I am. I'm having to fill out this paperwork. I took a quiz apparently because one part of it was multiple choice. I sure hope I passed. And then they brought me into the room, and and of course, you're looking around, and the first thing that catches my eye is this. Oh, I gotta. Oh, flip, you bastard! You bastard! Well, I can't get it to flip. I don't think. But I'll show it to you. You'll get what I'm talking about. I didn't get time to throw this into Photoshop, but yeah, that's the first thing I'm faced with right there was this medieval torture device. Yeah, stupid question. Out of 10, how much does it hurt? He actually gave me a 4 scale, which was kind of funny. But yeah, if you tilt that picture 90 degrees to your right, clockwise, then you'll see what I'm talking about. And I've learned since that is a back stretcher. Now, he did not put me on that iron, well, that stretcher board. Didn't have to go that far, but had initial consultation, and it's really weird. Hey, John Chum Adventures, welcome to the show, man. It's really weird when you're describing your ailments and what might have led up to it. It's really astonishing how many things you tend to remember about past injuries and whatnot. I mean, I had to go back quite a ways. I raced motocross in the 70s for about 10 years. It was that's probably 7 to 18, 11 years. and and I remember one time I was racing at Indianapolis Raceway Park. Yes, they had a motocross track in the middle of the road course, right in the middle of the road course, and it was a wonderful track. I always did really well at that place. Loved it, loved it. But I remember that one time that I came off of the bridge jump, and there were two camelbacks on the other side of that. Well, at first camelback, my rear tire got caught in it, flipped me sideways and more, and I hit the ground and went rolling toward the infield pond. And it turns out that I cracked my tailbone. So imagine the fun of being a high school student and having to walk around with a foam ass pillow. Oh, you're a hit then. I mean, I'm telling you, you're in the in crowd when you're carrying around an ass pillow. I've got to tell you that. And you don't even have to ask me how I know. I just know. It's like on The Simpsons when Lisa gets that hideous headgear from her orthodontist. Same thing. Same thing. People run screaming or laughing or wondering. Yeah, cool story, bro. Thanks, Champ Works. But yeah, so I had that going for me, which is nice. And but anyway, I'm recalling all of these things as I'm talking to him about what injuries might have caused it. I think I showed you guys a picture of a an accident that I had some time ago. It was actually in 1990, I believe. Let me see if I've got that. Oh yeah, here we go. It was in my beloved 83 CJ7. Boom. Yeah, I had a van hit me at 60 mile an hour on 465. You remember 465? We talked about it. It's right in this area. In case you were wondering, on the map, it's right in this. Yeah, I haven't given up on my little state here, but yeah. Well, he was. We were stopped because some idiot 3 or 4 cars ahead of me. It was morning rush hour traffic, and I was on my way home from an overnight at Channel 4. It was morning rush hour traffic, and this idiot decides to stop, and you can clearly see that 70 is closed, and he's like, oh, well, where am I going to go now? I'll just stop in the middle of the damn highway. Well, that didn't work. I had one custom van, red and fuchsia custom van. I remember it like it was yesterday that I looked up in my rearview mirror. He zoomed past me. He got around in one of the lanes. Well, there was a work van behind him. I didn't even see a driver. Turns out he was down on his floorboard looking for something he dropped, and he hit me full force. And of course, you can see what happened. The roll bar actually went over my head, smashed the windshield frame, and he jumped my tire. I found a piece of his grill in my vest pocket. It's just a vest T-shirt. It was brutal. It was brutal. Anyway, so I'm telling him about that because the door frame came up and it smacked me in the back. I had another accident in an old Datsun that had no padding. I think I've talked about that before. And I tell you, I'm just remembering all of these things as though I'm on the show. And I'm telling him, and he's just shaking. He said, "Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. I can see how that would cause it." And then he's poking around on me, and he looked at my X-rays. And guys, this has probably been one of the best pieces of news I've gotten in a long time. He said, "I didn't see any real evidence of arthritis." Now, mind you, that my MD told me that I had arthritis. But that was before the X-rays, and even after I had the X-rays done at my MD's, because I went and picked him up and took him to the chiropractor. um, he didn't say a word. He didn't say a word about arthritis or anything, and I like the guy. I mean, he seems like a really good doctor, but some medical professionals just don't communicate with you, and I wonder if that's a function of them, talking to so many people who are kind of have tendencies toward hypochondria and tend to overstate their ills. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. But anyway, that was great news. Great news. We haven't talked about the stiffness in my hands yet, but God, it sounds like I'm falling apart. But I got to tell you, I feel healthy as a horse until my back says, "Oh no, you're done. No, you better stop for a while." And I even work through this. Like it's painful to make fists, but if I got to do something, I don't even think about it, and it doesn't even hurt. I don't know what that's all about. I just don't want it to get any worse. So, so yeah, that was fantastic news, as you might guess. I loved that. And then, of course, he goes to poking and prodding, and I told him about the numbness in my right leg, which I always thought was attributed to wearing my wallet, a giant wallet in my right pocket, rear pocket. Turns out he showed, or before he even did that, I saw this on his wall. Let's see if I can call it up. Oh, I gotta go back to those images, and it'll probably be sideways. I do apologize. I should have. Gosh, dang it! I should have brought him into Photoshop first. But tilt your head to the left. This chart was on his wall, and if you look at that, the black areas on the legs are actually numb areas based on where the nerves are pinched within the lower spine. And I'm like, number one, I'm the first one on your left. That's hideous. So I thought, oh well, damn, there it is, right there in black and white, and I mean literally black and white. But that was good news too. And I'm thinking, and he said, yeah, it's a pretty common problem. I think we can fix you. I'm like, yes. So after the consultation, he decides to show me a couple exercises, which are very, very simple. And I told him, I said, I like to work hard, but I hate to work out. And he's like, I get that. I got a couple, since you're not flexible. What he didn't say was, you're about as flexible as a piece of cardboard. He said, you need to be a little more flexible. So here's just a couple exercises you can do once a day for 30 seconds each, and you'll notice the results here soon. Even better than that, and this was one of my fears too. I thought, oh great, I'm going to get in with what equates to a head doctor who really doesn't have any interest in fixing me. All they want is me to come back every single week, like on 2.5 Men, where Charlie goes in and talks to that hilarious shrink. They just want to get me on a program of adjustments, every week for the rest of my life. And I went in thinking, oh, I hope that doesn't happen. Now, I've got to tell you this, and I hope I can find, can I find that? There was a doctor, oh crap, I don't know if I can find it, but there was a doctor on one of the PUSA live streams who was doing some moderating, and he had an entire video. He and I were talking back and forth, and he has an entire video on his channel about chiropractors and what to expect and why they do this and what you can do to make the visit better. And I'm like, dude, that just helped me so much. And I commented like I do on every video I enjoy or screams for comment. Oh, I wish I could find that. I don't even know how, because I can't remember his name. I'm so bad with names. Well, in lieu of that, there you go. 22 minutes in, now you know. Chiropractors are fact. Oh, I forgot to tell you. Sunshine Cooper, welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. I'm almost getting ready to wrap up here the chiropractor thing. If you guys have chiropractor stories, let me know in the chat. If you're watching this later, by all means, throw it in the comments. Let me know how well or how poorly it went for you. This was my first visit, a relatively good visit. After talking to him and having him poke and prod and figure out some of those other things, he decided to do an adjustment. And he did it on the opposite side of what would normally be done, because he said, my back is straight. He said, but it's odd that, I found pain on your left side, but you're numb on your right. So I'm going to do this adjustment. And he, literally laid into me, and he said, "Oh my God, that was a good crack." He said, "I was going to do more, but I think I'll give you time to recover from that." And it wasn't a big deal on a recovery. I can tell you, but just sitting here, I don't have a dull pain like I normally would. Um, oh, that's great, Snowy. That is great. So yeah, fact, as of right now, chiropractors, fact, not fiction. Um, Eileen, how are you doing? Thanks for coming to the show. I'm wrapping it up. I'm going to open up the video lines here in a minute. Um, but what a great experience! If you guys want to come on the show, like I always tell everyone, this link right here or the link in the description box will get you to Zoom. You can download Zoom. It's very simple. You fire it up. You join this meeting. If it doesn't already take you to this meeting number, just put the meeting number in there, and you'll show up on my screen, and I'll bring you on. We can talk about anything. We don't have to talk about chiropractors. And if you've got a face like this, don't worry about it. Just kill your camera, come on video, and we'll chat about it. All right. Um, having said that, I'm going to announce now that the video lines are open.
Headshot.
I love that headshot. I don't know why I love that headshot, but I just love that headshot. All right, she's unlocked and waiting on you folks. Yeah, so oh, what else did I want to show you guys tonight? I can't remember what it was, but I'm very happy. I'm very happy that I decided to go. Thank you to everyone, my son especially, for talking me into it. I forgot to mention again that I asked him too. I said, "This isn't going to be some, lifelong program." He goes, "Oh, no, 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 no. I do sports injuries and adjustments." He said, "Once I get somebody back to good, I'm like, you go out and, treat yourself right. If you ever find yourself in that position again, come back and see me. I'll make it right." So I'm like, yes. Who is our guest tonight, Sunshine Cooper? Who wants to be? Now, Mitten Dad said he was going to come on tonight, but again, the video lines are open. You don't make me play the stinger again. Wow, what a story there, Snowy. What? Hey, Manic Magic, how are you, my friend? Thanks for coming by. The guys you went to were amazing. They fixed you in 3 visits or less. I've seen someone carried in and walked out. That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, I wasn't carried in. Well, except that I carried myself. But but no, he seems like a great guy. He didn't like me very well because of the high school I went to. Apparently, we had a rivalry. I'm like, all right, dude. I'm so far removed from high school. I couldn't say it, but we were both wrestlers. That was cool. We got to talk about that for a little while. My son wrestled. It kind of runs in the family. Hello, sunshine. Oh man, who was it that was doing a sing along today? I think it was Cab Seven. Oh, that was a pretty good show. I only got to Celestial Way. How you doing, hon? Oh man, I got to tell you a funny story about Hey Jude. The wife and I went down to Corydon, Indiana, to do some spelunking, some caving, and we ended up at this hotel, and it was just podunk hotel, and we ended up in the bar, and they happened to have karaoke. Well, guess who was there for karaoke? It was me, the wife, the bartender, and the karaoke person. Yeah, How are you? How are you? I'm so happy to see you here, Celestial Way. So yeah, there's all 4 of us there, and after a few chugs of some social lubricant, I got talked into getting up and singing. Well, after a while, since nothing was happening, they just started throwing songs at me. Hey Jude was one of them. And no, I'm not gonna sing it now. Michael Jackson's estate will throw a copyright strike on me. We don't need no copyright strikes. Yeah, I always try to make your live stream celestial way. The the last one was pretty good. It was very informative. A lot of people doing videos on the new rules and regs that YouTube um, decided to spring on everyone. It was really just a rehash of what they already have with some modifications. I'm not going to go into it because uh, I'm I'm trying to be on the up and up. I try to stay away from political subjects. Although if somebody wanted to come on and talk politics, we can do it in a light, friendly kind of way. Um, I know so many rules, and so many vague rules. They've left so much open for interpretation, and that's so dangerous because it gives them ultimate power to make value judgments when they shouldn't be making value judgments. Oh, and if you guys have a chance, you should really watch the Joe Rogan live stream that he had today. He had Tim Pool, Jack. Oh shit, what's Jack? Twitter Jack, the guy who owns Twitter or started Twitter. He was on, and then one of his top brass was on as well. Can't remember her name either. But that was an interesting conversation. That was a very interesting conversation about censorship on social media platforms. Very topical, something that we all think about just about every day. Those of us who are content creators. Um, so yeah, it's very um, very interesting conversation. I don't want to spoil her for you, but I got to say I wasn't impressed with some of the answers. I'd love to hear your comments on that if you guys decide to watch it. I don't always catch Joe's show. It's not something that I regularly hit. What you got to know about Joe that most people don't know. Everyone assumes that he's a hardline conservative. He's he's about as liberal as you can possibly get, except for the Second Amendment, which I totally respect. And those are the kind of people I love to hang out with. If we've got one or two things in common, some of the things we disagree on don't really matter. Maybe we can discuss them a bit, but it is what it is, um, and it's an opportunity for me to change his mind. No, I don't do that. Yeah, Snow, you ought to check out Celestial Ways channel. She's a lot of fun. She goes live quite a bit. I wonder where Mitten Dads is tonight. I still want to hear about what he's going to do with his channel. That doesn't mean you guys can't jump on. Everyone's welcome to jump on. It's first come, first serve. If 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 we get to the point where we get enough guests in that I have to throttle it back, then what I'll do is, like I said, you'll see Nightbot throw it up there. Use uh, I am ready, and of course tag me so that I can see it, and I'll try to wrap it up and get you on as well because uh, I got to thinking recently that I want to be fair to everyone. And I want to give everyone as much time as possible. Sometimes it won't always work that way. I mean, if a conversation dictates that we attend more time to it, then I'm likely to give more time to it. But yeah, he must be a busy man. He's probably sitting in an easy chair somewhere thinking, mitten dad outdoors. Oh, let's see, outdoorsy mitten man. That's kind of what they were doing. YouTube star DQ, welcome to the show, my friend. Yeah, that's what they were doing last night in the chat. I don't know if you saw that Manic Magic, but that was kind of interesting to watch. I was talking to Roger from the Canadian Drone Hub. What a great guy! It's his birthday today. If you get a chance, go over and see one of his videos and comment and wish him a happy birthday today. I almost forgot about that. But Roger and I, we go way back, at least 2 weeks, and we're like this. Oh, cool, cool. Yeah, I'll have his guest cut done pretty soon, so you don't have to fast forward through my yapping. Mitten Outdoor Adventures. Is that what he decided on, Champ Works? I saw you guys talking about it. It was rolling in the chat last night, but I didn't get to catch it all. Did he decide on anything, or was he still thinking when he left? That'd be interesting to know. Oh, what a day! What a day! So yeah, that was great news. Great news. I see him again Friday, so I will probably, why not update this? You guys got to remember that it's tough to come up with unique subject matter every show, and I do so because I know I'm going to be talking for quite a bit of time before somebody jumps on. Um, but that's going to be a nice little series, right? Again, video lines are open.
Headshot.
And if I establish a oh, you have, oh, sweet, sweet, Manic Magic, doing the heavy lifting for us. Cool. Oh, you did? Well, you brought it up now. Hopefully he'll see that, or we can actually comment on his video with that or something. Because I like Mitten Outdoor Adventures. I really do like that, to be honest with you. Mine was just Mitten Dad Outdoors, which I still love too. But who am I? Who am I? But just some guy with a mic. And I don't know if you guys knew this or not, but the guy with the mic wins. It's just how it is. Oh, and the power to shut off all the other mics. That's where it really is. It's literally the power. The power you hold in your hands, just a little button that says mute, bam, and you're done. So, is it laggy at all to you guys? I I don't know what it is with YouTube tonight, but I'm getting kind of it says the stream is healthy, but I'm watching it flicker in vMix, which tells me that the bit rate's probably low. Who knows? Who knows? You guys let me know. Yeah, I hope he does too. Have to put what on a post? Oh, you mean the new name? I think you're right, Celestial Way. I love that name actually. So yeah, let me know if it's laggy at all. I'd really like to know. Tonight was a failed start. I don't know how many of you saw the failed start. I'm gonna have to go in and kill a video, I'm sure. And now I'm just on my standard stream because it wouldn't pick back up. I'm so appreciative that you guys found me. I imagine it was probably a channel jump at that point because the original link was probably dead. You're all wondering why I'm staring at the camera, asking why. Can you hear me? But that happens. Technology, ain't it grand? Oh, I did want to let you know that tomorrow night, Muscle Car Appraisal is starting a new show, and well, thanks so much, huh? Muscle Car Appraisal is starting a new show. I'm helping a little bit on the technical side if need be. Um, may not have all our graphics ready to go, but he's got a guest that he thinks that folks that are looking, or interested in that genre will really enjoy. So if you get a chance, and you can just type in Muscle Car Appraisal into the YouTube search engine, and you'll find him. Jim's a great guy. We've been talking all day today, and we're gonna make that happen for him if they have any technical difficulties. So look for it. I'm looking forward to it, and if I do have to help, know that I'll probably put my show off, um, just for the evening. It's one of those weather got in the way sort of things where I had literally had to do something and wasn't able to come on in this hobby and one of my favorite things to do. Yeah, I know you will, Champ Works Garage. That's definitely down your alley and mine. If I would probably be watching it, if I don't help, I'll be watching it before I go live tomorrow night. So yeah, again, calling in is real easy. There's a link right here that you can put right in your browser, and if you don't already have Zoom, it'll load it for you, or you can download it right from that link. Um, open it up and it should take you right to the meeting. If it doesn't, just open it up and put that number in, the 753-383-919. I want to make sure that number is right. 753-383-919, yes. And and then you'll show up on my board, whether or not you want to use the camera. I mean, I know you're lucky I'm not too worried about this mug, because otherwise I'd be in total black here, just yapping at you from a black hole. Have I done MC or hosting like on weddings or party? Oh, I can't believe you asked me that. What's worse is I can't believe what the answer is. Yes, I have. But only for family and friends. Long story long, I've done 2 weddings. One was my son's. I didn't really have to speak much on that one. But I also did a brother of my brother-in-law's, which, as I understand it, is no relation at all to me, but really good friend. He's a great guy. I did it for his daughter. So my brother-in-law's brother's daughter, and that went real well. They had a great wedding, and I also volunteer at my local VFW, which I'm a member of, and I have a lot of family and friends that are there. My brothers, of course, and I'm talking about my military brothers. They every once in a while they like to have me do like New Year's Eve or just the random karaoke host, that sort of thing. Yeah, and I do sing. Can't do it here though. No such luck for you folks. I don't want to get a copyright strike by singing any Beatles tunes. Nope, not gonna do it. I did though. I did think, man, that'd be a fun channel to have. And this was before I saw Cab Sevens this morning. Cab Seven did a show where he had people on Google Hangouts live on his live stream, and they and they were all singing. They would like take a song and sing it. I hope he doesn't get copyright strikes on that, because they were singing popular songs, and that's kind of a dangerous thing to do. You get into singing, popular songs. If the algorithm will kill you. If you sing it close enough, I mean, you probably have to be really bad to lose it. But if they catch it, then you will get a copyright strike. That record company or artist will come down on you. And that's all. Look, I'm not even listening to any music right now, but that's why I try to avoid that sort of stuff. But man, I gotta tell you, I think it would be fun as hell to actually do a karaoke program. I mean, I would love to do that. And you invite people on. You have the screen up for them. They're looking, at the screen, because I don't know if you guys know this. Some of you who've been on may know this, but I show you what program is. So when I have a guest on, and it's like this, that's what they see. That's what they see on their monitor. They actually see themselves, and of course, it's not a silhouette guy with a bubble, a speak bubble, but they see both of us here together, so they know where they should be on camera. And like I said, some of you can attest to this. Well, imagine doing this in karaoke. Say I'm the karaoke guy, and right over here are the lyrics. So I could be watching my Zoom screen, which theoretically should be in, just beneath my camera, and singing the song as it goes. I think that would be fan-friggin-tastic. Redneck karaoke. There you go. See, the only problem though is the copyright issues. I don't know how stringent they are about people doing covers, people doing karaoke. I mean, we see it all the time. It can't be that bad, right? Oh, Celestial Way. You've read through the rules much more closely than I have. I have to guess that. Let me know if they even came close to hitting that subject. I'd love to find out whether or not one-off covers. Because hell, I've got some band stuff on there that they could literally throw a copyright strike. I use the title of the song in the title of the video. I got to go back and look at those and see if they're dead. And this has been 10 years ago. 10 years ago. But I suppose They could, but God, all the bands, the cover bands that are on there on YouTube, could they realistically put copyright strikes on every single one of those? I don't know. That would blow me away if they would. I would be a sad puppy at that point. I just can't imagine. Just can't imagine how much content would just fall off the radar. not not like my old band videos are getting any kind of traffic at all. I think in 10 years, the one that's yeah, the um, the one that's got the most amount of traffic is probably close to 7K views. I don't even look at it anymore. The band broke up, I want to say about 4 or 5 years ago. So I don't even look at them anymore. They're just hanging out there in the ether. It is, I just don't care about it. Right. Um, it was a great promotional tool because it did allow us to show it to bar owners and whatnot, and they knew what to expect when we were coming aboard. And I know that there are a ton of bands that do exactly that. Not only do they want to be able to use it as a promotional tool, but they also want to use it as well, promotional tool for venues, but they also want to use it as a promotional tool for potential patrons. You know, they come see them, come see us, man. This is what we do. This is how we look. This is how we sound. God, if they killed all those, it would be horrific. Not mine. I'm talking about all the hundreds of thousands of videos that are out there. Hell, I've got several videos out there from a tribute to a band member who passed away for a band that I wasn't in. I just did the photography for him. Yeah, I can't wait to see that. It's funny. We were just talking about Roger and I were just talking about Farmer JT last night, Manic Magic, and how he's able to actually broadcast on his new channel, JT Farmer JT and YouTube Jail. So he was talking about someone who I won't mention any names. Someone who, well, he did. It was Val, one of his regular guests. She was putting YouTube timeout, and she avoided going on anything. Said she couldn't even go on his channel while she was on timeout. So it'd be interesting to find out how he's able to. But yeah. Oh, where do we go from here? It's 46 minutes in. The video lines are still open. Figure we got about 15 more minutes left. I'd like to keep it to about an hour because I'm on every night and I'm a one-man band. I got other things to do. I got to put food on the table, so to speak, and keep this place in tip-top shape. Kitchen is almost done. I only have trim to do, so that, oh well, and the appliances come in soon. We've got appliances that are probably 15 years old, and it's time to replace them. So yeah, we're still cooking on griddles and my little sandwich maker. Oh my, or maybe I just got it short for tonight. Um, it was a rocky start, so I get it. I get it. There's just not a whole lot of people. That's probably why Mitten Dad can't find us. I don't know. How did you guys find me? Did you get 2 notifications for this? Okay, Champwork says, in my opinion, I would say they wouldn't delete cover songs or personal singing videos because it's not the original copyrighted content. I may be wrong. Yeah, you might be. You might be. And, and I've thought about that. But you know what I always go back to is all the hullabaloo. And I know most of it's bullshit. But, singing the Happy Birthday song, which was, I think it's in the public domain now, but it was copyrighted for so long, and restaurants still had to pay royalties if they used it verbatim, even though it was just a bunch of employees not doing the original. I don't even know what that is. Did somebody actually publish that song back in 19? I don't know, 19. I don't even know when it was developed. But yeah, I keep harkening back to that because they had every right to, as copyright law goes, but That would certainly cover, you know, if I was to bust out and do Hey Jude in a reasonably good fashion, I'm sure that they would have grounds to throw a copyright strike on there. Muscle Car Appraisal, how you doing? I was just plugging your show, man. Just plugging it. We're gonna make it happen come hell or high water. Technical problems happen to everybody, dude. I don't know if you caught the start of this show or the false start. I know Snowy was there for it. Snowy, thanks for hanging with me, hon. I appreciate that. But yeah, I had a stutter step where I couldn't hear anything, so I had to bounce my mixer, and I just started from fresh because I wasn't sure it was the mixer until I actually did it. Could suddenly hear myself. Then I had to restream. So I'm surprised you found me. But do let me know in the chat if you got 2 notifications. That would be interesting, because one was an event that failed and I couldn't go back into the event like you normally can. This one was on my persistent stream key, and you know, it just automatically starts as soon as I hit stream. And I still have, it still says, YouTube says my stream health is green, but man, I'm getting a lot of red and yellow over here. I don't know. YouTube. All good? Sweet, sweet. But did you get two notifications for this? I would love to know. I would absolutely love to know. Oh, we can talk to Frank for a minute. So what do you think, Frank? No? No opinion? What the hell is that growing out of your head? Oh, Frank. Okay, so you got 2 notifications. I apologize for that. Snowy, you know why. But all the rest of you that got 2 notifications, I apologize. Hey, actually, that may be a pretty good maybe a pretty good promotional tactic. Fail on the first one, start another one right up, bam. Beat him over the head. No, that's not what you want to do. That is a really great point when you're advertising or whatnot. It's not really important to shotgun or beat people over the head with your message. Make your message compelling. You know, not like this show. Make your make your message compelling. You know, it's funny. I keep looking up there and seeing Nightbot throw up. Now this is cool because what you're seeing in Nightbot. Let me see if I can do this. Now I'm watching the delay later. Nightbot here that's an automatic response. I've done what are called timers, and it's pretty cool because you can set, point right at it. You can set up timers that will say whatever you want to in regular intervals, and I'm toying with them right now. I don't know if the thought bubble there or the speech bubble actually does any good, but we'll see. But man, it's so convenient to have that just fly up there. Oh, you know what? I'm dog tired. I didn't get any sleep last night, and then you know what with the chiropractor trip. It's been a bully. Has it been putting you in timeout? What have you been doing wrong, ChampWorks? And please let me know, because if it's being too stringent, and it usually tells me when it puts people in timeout and I've loosened a lot of the restrictions, but if you guys find that not you, but if you find that it's putting some people in timeout that it shouldn't be, then let me know, or you know, stopping some people, because I have complete control over it, and I want to make sure that it's totally user friendly, but keeps out the true riffraff, and we all know who they are, right? So do let me know. Absolutely let me know. Okay. Well, you know what? We're coming up on an hour. It's 10:52 in the Circle City. Do you know where your children are at? So I think I'm gonna close it out. I've said enough about chiropractors. If we get somebody on now, it'd be far too late for me. I just got to get some sleep. I apologize. So oh yeah. Well, you should never type in all caps. For those of you in the chat, and for those of you watching this video post live, after it's processed. Don't use all caps. I mean, everybody at this point knows that it's literally um, internet screaming, right? Oh, thank you, Snowy. Thank you so much. Oh, don't whip, Dad. That's cool. Yeah, catch me next time. If I'm helping Muscle Car Appraisal out with his stream tomorrow night, I won't be on. If they get all all the bugs worked out and don't need me, then I'll be watching as well. Um, I I actually encourage you to catch that show. It should be a lot of fun and informative for us car and insurance and appraisal and um, any sort of car aficionado. It ought to be a real fun show. But if I'm helping them, I will be on. Um, that is again Muscle Car Appraisal. Just type it in the YouTube search or go look at the interview he and I did a few weeks back. But if I don't have to help him, I'll be back on tomorrow night. But I think I'm going to call it a night for tonight. It's been a real busy day today, and your old host is tired. So, yeah, Dole Whip Dad, we'll look for you tomorrow. Have to get you on the show, and for the rest of you, thanks so much for coming and being a part of this. I appreciate it. Make sure that if you're new and you're watching this after the live show, hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell so you can be notified anytime we go live. We'll get you on the show. We'll talk about anything you want to talk about at all. Remember, you don't have to come on with video, even though it is a video calling show. You can do audio only. With that, I'm going to leave you with this. Make sure that you treat others as you would want to be treated yourself, and the world will be a better place. Thanks again, folks. Good night, and we will see you live.